Whether you're brand new to Ironman mode or just looking for a fresh way to start your next run, this video has you covered. I'll walk you through my strategy every single time I leave Tutorial Island and even break down the exact route I take to make it as efficient as possible. In just about 2 hours, you'll unlock key teleports, earn 30k gold, get a head start on combat, and more. Plus, there's a Google Sheets link in the description with step-by-step instructions to follow along. Alright, let's talk about what we're doing in the first 2 hours and why. Now, you've probably seen some of these ideas in other guides, but what makes this one different is what we're prioritizing and the order we're doing them in. Of course, there's way more we could pack into the route, but we're focusing on a specific end goal, and I don't want to dictate every step we take for days on end. Here's what we're unlocking. The Ardoon Easy Diary, Rune Mysteries, Plague City, Biohazard, Gertrude's Cat, and Waterfall quests, 10k GP from the Stronghold of Security, and rune-free teleports to Varrock, the Fishing Trawler, Barbarian Assault, and the Ardoon Monastery, which will be super useful when we don't have high magic or law runes early on in the game. Now, the diary is the real prize here, as completing it gets us an early game combat cloak, unlimited free teleports to Ardoon, a 2k XP lamp, and 200 death runes per grown cat if traded to civilians in West Ardoon, which is over 20k GP per cat if sold in batches of 20 to rune shops. This is an easily sustainable money-making method that we can continue for as long as we want. As for the quests, Rune Mysteries, Plague City, and Biohazard are needed for the diary, but Rune Mysteries unlocks rune crafting, Plague City boosts mining to level 15, Biohazard gives some thieving XP, and unlocks Caged Ogres north of Ardoon, which I like to train magic or ranged on, as they have a decent chance of dropping Ranner seeds. Gertrude's Cat and Waterfall quests aren't required for the diary, but they're worth doing as we need casts for the death runes, and the 30 attack and 30 strength instantly are just too good to pass up. So now that you know the plan, let's jump into the step-by-step walkthrough. Okay, step 1, we're going to pickpocket men until we've got 300 gold. Don't worry about eating or dying here, as you'll respawn in Lumbridge anyway if you die, and you can pick up whatever you drop. Next, buy 3 buckets from the general store. After that, head to the castle cellar and pick up a knife and fill your 4 buckets with water. Next, head up to the top of the castle and bank everything except your axe, tinderbox, and small fishing net. On your way down the castle, talk to Duke Horacio on the 2nd floor and start the Rune Mysteries quest. Exit the castle, head south into the swamp, and catch shrimp until you're level 5 fishing. There's a tree nearby to make a fire, or you can head back to the ranges in Lumbridge to cook on there instead. Next, travel west to the Wizard's Tower to continue Rune Mysteries. Step 8. Head up to Draenor Village and bank the research package, small fishing net, and any extra fish that you might have in your inventory. Take out 309 GP and head to Port Sarim. Once there, buy a fishing rod and a bait pack from the fishing shop and fish on the coast until you've hit level 15 fishing. We'll need food for upcoming steps, so either chop down nearby trees or you can cook on the range in Rimington. Be sure to keep 1 raw sardine in your inventory. Speaking of Rimington, when you're done fishing, buy 2 more buckets from the general store and then head towards the crafting guild and grab a snape grass. Be careful with the hobgoblins as they will be aggressive. Next, enter the cow pen and fill your 2 buckets with milk, then teleport back to Lumbridge. Make sure you have food, then talk to Count Check in the graveyard to be teleported to the Stronghold of Security. Go through the first 3 levels of the Stronghold to get a 10k cash stack. If you're a group Ironman or just want some boots, you can do the 4th level as well, but it's not necessary. Opening up group storage with one of the boots equipped unlocks 2 extra slots for your team. Exit the Stronghold and head east to start Gertrude's Cat and pick up some Dougal leaves behind the house. Head to Varrock West Bank and deposit your fishing rod, bait, tinderbox, and axe if you still have them on you. Take out the research package. Stop by Zaf's and buy an air staff. At the clothes shop, buy 1 piece of silk and a priest robe top and bottom. Head to the lumberyard and continue Gertrude's Cat until the cat runs home. Head back to Varrock and continue Rune Mysteries at the rune shop. While you're there, buy 6 air runes, 6 earth runes, 6 water runes, and about 50 mind runes. Head back to Gertrude to complete the quest. Now, throughout the rest of the guide and beyond, be sure to feed your kitten raw or cooked fish and give it attention every 20-25 minutes. After 3 hours, it will grow into a cat. The best food for cats is raw karambwanji, and that's because they stack in your inventory. They require 5 fishing and are fished with a small fishing net south of Taibwaiwana. While you can go get these now, I'm not including it in this route as it's pretty far out of the way, so just use the fish you caught earlier. Next, we're going to put that level 15 fishing to use and use the minigame teleport to go to the fishing trawler. Deposit everything, including your kitten, and take out 23 GP and a knife. Head south to Gielinor and view the hunter store. Head back up to the fishing trawler and go through the tutorial until you get to the point where you get the notification that you completed a step of the Ardoon Easy Diary. Once you see that notification, you can talk to the captain and abort the mission to end up south of East Ardoon. Go up to the bank and take out your kitten, silk, and 1 to 2 pieces of cat food. Turn on thick skin from your prayer book so that your prayer level goes to 0. Next, check the pet storage, then head to the general store and buy a rope. By now, your prayer level will be 0, so pray at the altar. Head west and pull the lever to go to the deep wilderness and hope you don't get killed. Pull the lever again to go back to Ardoon. Sell your silk to the silk trader for 60 coins. You have to offer it to him for 120 coins first to get this option to appear. Then, buy a chocolate bar from the baker and turn it into dust with your knife. Steal cakes until you hit level 15 thieving. Make sure to stand in this exact spot the entire time. I suggest banking some of the cakes as they heal for quite a bit in the early game. Once you hit level 15 thieving, deposit everything except for your kitten, a rope, and a piece of cat food. Next, we need to get some dwellberries, so head up to McGruber's Wood and enter through the back railing. If you're a group Ironman, consider grabbing some dwellberries for your team as well. Leave and head south around the Fishing Guild and north up to Barbarian Assault. Deposit any food, arrows, or runes you might have on you, as well as your kitten. This part is a little annoying, but go through each part of the tutorial and unlock the minigame teleport. You'll thank yourself later. Once you've gone through the tutorial, grab your kitten and food and head south to the waterfall quest starting point. Continue the quest through the step where you find the book on Baxtorian. Next, minigame teleport to the fishing trawler, then go through the Tree Gnome Village maze. Get the pebble from the gnome, head back up the ladder, and talk to King Bolrin by the spirit tree to be teleported out of the maze. Next, head up to Ardoon Bank and withdraw your dwellberries, a bucket of milk, chocolate dust, snape grass, 4 buckets of water, 50 mind runes, ideally some high healing food like cakes or maybe your herring, research notes, priest robes, and 1k GP. Next, head northwest to Edmund's house and start Plague City. Pick up the spade, use your 4 buckets of water on the dirt mound, and complete the entire quest. Once Plague City is complete, head a short distance to Elena's house to start Biohazard and progress through the quest. To kill the Mourner for the key at this level, you just need to stand behind the table and you can just cast Windstrike. Once you're instructed to go to Remington, use your home teleport. Next, head west to the Ham hideout and pickpocket Ham members until you get a rusty sword. Once you have a sword, head back to the Wizard Tower and complete Rune Mysteries. Head up to Draenor and buy a Chronicle and some teleport cards. Add the teleport cards to the Chronicle. Next, head to Remington and continue Biohazard until you're instructed to go to Varrock. Use the Chronicle to teleport near Varrock and continue Biohazard until you discover that the plague is a lie. Next, minigame teleport to Barbarian Assault and deposit everything except plenty of high healing food, Glariel's Pebble, a rope, 6 air runes, 6 water runes, and 6 earth runes. Head south to Glariel's tomb and be prepared to work quickly and efficiently. Drop all your runes on the ground and use the pebble to enter the tomb. The moss giants inside can one-hit you, so we want to avoid taking any hits from them. To do so, you can try to dodge them, but the safer method is to intentionally attack a skeleton so that the skeleton will attack you back, and then running forward to where you need to go. Since this is not a multi-combat area, if the skeleton attacks you, the moss giant won't be able to attack you if you run past it right away. Once you have the amulet from the chest and the urn from the coffin, carefully run back out of the tomb and pick up your runes. Next, head back to the waterfall and complete the quest. Try to avoid taking any hits from the fire giants as they can one-hit you as well. There are spiders nearby that you can take damage from, similar to how we did with the skeletons. Next, use the fishing trawler minigame teleport and take out the rusty sword, 100 coins, your kitten, and some cat food from the bank. Head to Tyndall Marchant on the docks and have him repair the sword. Next, travel north to East Ardoon and talk to the wizard to be teleported to the Essence Mine. Exit the mine and head back to Elena to complete Biohazard. Head northwest and enter the combat training area. At this point, you should have received a notification that you've completed all steps of the Easy Ardoon Diary. Head back to Ardoon and talk to 2 Pints to receive your rewards. I suggest holding on to the lamp until you can use it on Herblore. If your kitten has grown into a cat, then the last step at this point is to head to West Ardoon and exchange it for the 200 death runes. Otherwise, keep taking care of it until it's fully grown. Alright, that's it for the guide. I really hope that you found it useful, and I'm curious to hear what you think about it. Let me know in the comments if you can think of any ways that we can improve the route to be simpler or more efficient. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around Gielinor.